kurz. Ja. So, vielleicht, warte mal, wenn wir hier rumgehen. Das ist vielleicht fast ein bisschen besser. Hi! So, mal gucken.
Are we online?
Ja, wir sind online.
Oh, okay.
Hi Yves!
Hi!
So, 4 Leute, 5 Leute. Wir warten immer ein bisschen, kurz einen Moment. Hi!
Okay.
Welcome here in Periscope in Leipzig. Just in front of some
shopping
shopping window and the shopping center Höfer am Brühl. Hallo Rico. So 10 people are already here.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And it get more and more people joining in because
Wow, that's
yeah,
amazing.
it's a good time at the moment
Okay.
because the Germans are going online after work and I don't know, maybe today is the football game between Germany and Poland. Maybe
okay.
there's the break at the moment.
Yeah.
So Hallo bunte Welt, auch das ist auch ein sehr schöner, das finde ich nochmal ein super Periscope-Namen. Ja, ich bin hier heute mit Lisa Stiefel, habe ich ja angegeben hier im Titel. Mensch, Wortfindungsstörung, sowas Schreckliches. Oh, 2:1 Deutschland gegen Polen. Danke Yves für die Information. Also Deutschland-Polen 2:1 nach 2:0
Okay.
Führung.
Good to know.
Also, good to know, yeah. So yeah, I'm here with Lisa. I just asked you. Also, du machst English with Lisa.
English with Lisa, yeah.
English
that's
with
right.
Lisa,
Yeah, so I'm an English language professional and I offer writing workshops and a number of writing related services in the English language, like manuscript services, editing, proofreading, things like that, for people who are native speakers of English. And I also teach English as a foreign language, and I have a number of different courses and workshops that I offer to help people who are learning English. So that's what I do. I live here in Leipzig.
Since how long do you live in Leipzig?
I moved here the end of 2012 from Dublin in Ireland.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were born in.
I was born in Philadelphia in the U.S. actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just have to check the connection at the moment. Connection is fine on our side. Just one viewer wrote in the chat that he loses the connection, so maybe there's some problem on Periscope side. However, there's a replay, so people can join later. So yeah. And you are doing this professional stuff. You're doing here in Germany in Leipzig since how long or for how much time?
How do you mean professional stuff?
Yeah, the English with Lisa approach.
English with Lisa, yeah. So,
kind of business.
well, when I initially moved here, I was working as a freelancer for other companies, but I started working as English with Lisa. Started my own presence about a year ago.
Okay.
So a little bit more than a year ago.
Okay, so not that long at the moment, but you already have some clients, some customers who use the services that you offer, and okay.
Yeah, so I mean it's still early days, but it's going, and it's been really a lot of fun and really exciting, and I've got to connect with a lot of new people and develop new skills
And which technology do you use for your coachings or for your courses in general or mostly?
Yeah, that's a good question, because a lot of people think, you teach English courses and you just go to a place and physically teach them. And I do that too, but as a freelancer for other people. In terms of my own presence, I'm strictly online. And I have a website, which is www.englishwithlisa.com.
So we can just
show you the screen.
Here the screen. So I will see if the focus will be okay here. So maybe here we have it. Englishwithlisa.com. So everyone can take a screenshot and send it out to the web.
Yeah, exactly.
And here English with Lisa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so to answer your question about which technology I use, I mean my online workshops that I use, I run, I run them either over Skype or the Google chat function, and that just kind of depends more on personal preference, what the individual who books a workshop with me prefers. For group workshops, then of course it's predetermined. We're going to meet on Skype, or we're going to meet because otherwise we'd have people in different spaces.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. Julie just joined. So
yeah. Hi, Julie.
Her Twitter handle is and Periscope handle is Message Dynamo. So,
okay.
She is mentioning me a lot of times on Twitter.
Yeah.
Julie just asked in my last scope that I should talk to you about starting to be on Periscope and to use Periscope as well. So.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, there's so much social media to use, and I've been since I've started my own online presence, I've had to completely change my online habits. I've had to start a Facebook page and start using Twitter, which I didn't use before that, and start using my LinkedIn differently, and and what else is there? Google Plus. I wasn't on Google Plus before, but now I am. And YouTube.
However, Google Plus may come to an end sometime.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, but for now it's still current, and there are all of these other things, and I feel like social media could be a full-time job in and of itself, and at some stage I need to create content, and I need to create my workshops and course materials, and I need to actually
run the workshops, of course.
Actually do the lessons. Yes, so. Exactly. So
it really just says hire an assistant. So of course this might be an option
maybe
when the business runs well that you can afford this. So,
exactly. So I'll need to be in business a while longer before I can hire an assistant, but I do know exactly who I would hire
so.
if I did get an assistant. So.
Or a virtual one.
Or a virtual one, yeah.
As you are, of course, for your clients, you are some kind of virtual assistant or virtual coach.
Exactly.
That's really true. However, I think it's of course a good idea to just to come together. Using Periscope just as some kind of observing, so to say, or just being with you and accompanying with you, because I think this can also have some good effects on your Twitter site and Twitter page, and of course also on your web page itself and the Facebook page.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how this one works out. This is my first my debut appearance on Periscope.
First appearance. Julie, just for your information, because you haven't been at the beginning of the scope. Lisa is originally from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And she moved to Leipzig. You moved to Leipzig
in 2012.
In 2012. So, but you have been traveling around.
I don't know about the word traveling.
Traveling is a bit.
Because for me, traveling is like going on holidays or being on an extended holiday. But I've lived in all of my places, like I've had a proper flat everywhere I've been. I've had a flat with stuff and a job and filed tax reports, and done all that stuff. And registered with the town hall and all of those kinds of things that you do when you live in a place. So, but I have moved around quite a bit.
Moving around might be the better phrase for it. And I just read on your, you gave me the information about slingers.
Ink slingers.
Ink slingers. Okay, I just mixed this up. So maybe you will you want to show this to the people, so that they could register for it, because it's next to the registration time is just will end tomorrow.
So September 5th. But if you're running on Irish time, September 6th is okay too.
I can just you can just tell about this. I try to just wait some seconds. With ink slinger special.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm starting a few writing workshops. The first ones will start on September 8th. And there are a few groups here, very small groups of maximum 5 people. So the first one is called Start Slinging Ink, and this is a workshop for getting started with creative writing. And we'll have 4 sessions via Skype with maximum 5 people in each group. And at the moment I'm advertising 3 groups in total, but if I have more requests, then I can think about opening another group. The next workshop that I'm also starting as well is the book prop workshop. So this is for people who are wanting to write a book, and book proposals are normally written for non-fiction books. So that's what we would be looking at here, getting together all of the components of your book proposal so that you are clear on your ideas, so that you've developed all of the key components that you need to submit in order to, if you're trying to secure a book deal, or if you're trying to maybe you're self-publishing and you just want to get more clear on your ideas. That's what we'll be looking at here, doing things like...
That's great. Julie just wrote in the chat that she's in the process of writing a book at the moment.
Oh wow, what's her book about?
So maybe we just have to wait some seconds maybe.
Yeah.
So Julie, maybe you can type in the chat what your book will be about. So Lisa is really interested in. And I can tell you fertility issues.
Okay.
That's what topic. Okay, thanks, Julie. And for your question about the Twitter handle, it's the handle that I gave in the title of the scope. So @EnglishW Lisa. So
exactly.
For me it's a bit strange to hear it pronounced as Lisa, because I thought it would be pronounced Lisa. So Lisa, I think it's more the German. The German.
No, Lisa
is also common in the okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So but with a soft S than in English.
Okay. Thanks.
So anyway, so that's the book prop workshop. That would be also small groups via Skype, 6 2-hour sessions. That's a bit more intensive, and we would be meeting on a bi-weekly basis to give people time to write, and if they need to do research in between, then they have a bit more time there.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think,
and the final thing, this is still early days, the Creative How-To Scholarship. This is a project that I'm working on together with a colleague of mine who is a creativity coach. She's based in Santa Barbara, California, and she and I are we're cooking up an idea. So this is like early days. Watch this space of how we can offer a scholarship for writing coaching and creativity coaching. For a book project, a full year.
Okay. So to people who are willing to write or to create a book project, to support them in
exactly,
in some way.
To offer them the support
really
that they need
idea.
to get their book together and get it ready for publication, basically.
Without having costs of whatever. Thousands of dollars or euros or whatever.
Well, I mean, the publication costs are a separate issue.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is
the process.
But this is about the process of having the creative support and the editorial input that you need to get a manuscript together, so that it's all of your ideas are there. It's written coherently. It's well written, and it's also been edited.
Yeah.
So that it's more or less good to go to print.
That's a really good approach. So Julie just taught me or wrote in the chat that she thinks that the concept is really great, really brilliant. So she likes it. Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, great! Wonderful. That's good to hear. Yeah.
And the more I get to know about it, I also think that that's a really great stuff, and also the creative how-to, or I create anyway. That's another approach that I create.
Yeah, create anyway. That's a different project. So that's a project that I'm working on together with a girl whose name is Liza.
Okay, Lisa and Liza. Okay,
Exactly.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Lisa and Liza are working together, and Liza is this creativity coach who is based in Santa Barbara, and she's working on a book project. Her book project is called createanyway.com, so you can check out that website.
Just have to wait for focus. Createanyway.com.
And she's creating webisodes about her process of how she's writing her book, which is going to be about creativity and how do you create a daily creative practice for yourself. How do you stick to it? How do you nurture your creativity? And I'm her writing coach, so so you'll see me crop up in this webisode as well, and in future webisodes as we talk about how her book is developing and the roadblocks that she hits, and and how do you deal with things like writer's block and
So Julie, ask again for the URL of your page, so maybe we can show it once again. And I can also, or we can also send out the links via Twitter afterwards. So
so that's my page, englishwithlisa.com.
Lisa, and I just here focus, so English minus with Lisa with minus Lisa.com.
Yeah, that's right.
So I hope you can see it, because we focus here on the streets with this just a bit of light here in our background. It's a bit difficult to focus for the camera. However, it's really great. So Julie just wrote that she got it. So
okay, great,
really cool. So maybe she will contact you for some reason. And maybe also some other people who might have a look into the scope. And
that would be wonderful. I'd be glad.
I would also think about putting the scope on YouTube as well, so you could also promote this or give the information and the video on YouTube and share it on your Facebook presence and Google Plus and LinkedIn
and all the social media.
In all the thousands of social media channels.
Exactly.
Of course, just if you like it. But I think it's okay.
Wonderful.
So it's wonderful. So Julie also wrote in some comment that you're really good in. So I think people who are trying to communicate and to do projects together with people and do creative projects, have some kind of mindset or some kind of attitude that fits all the needs or most of the needs that you have to be before the camp. So and Julie just writes me, Periscope is the best social media. So it's, to be honest, it's also my impression, because the advantage of Periscope is just you are live on, you can watch, look into the comments of the people, and you're 100% authentic. Because of course on YouTube and on other pages there's always some high glance or some high quality image that's given to the people, and you don't really know, or it isn't live, so you don't know.
Like television, it can be edited.
Television, it can be
true.
edited. But on Periscope, if you're on Periscope, the people see you or see what you are doing just live. So it seems also to me that this approach might be some kind of killer app or some kind of killer towards Facebook and some other social media channels. Of course, not 100% killer, of course, but the combination of all these things will be really interesting. And I'm also giving or sharing my links in Periscope World Chat. That's a secret group on Facebook where people are connecting and sharing their links day by day. And I will also put the link there. So maybe the people, especially now from the US, who are just coming home and have the afternoon and the evening just before themselves, they might have a look into the scope, and maybe there's also some other And Julie just Julie also has so many ideas. She just thought about or thinks about but you could do somewhere also some private scopes for the coachings.
Okay.
So you could say of course you don't have the direct feedback or the direct connection. Video for video as on Skype maybe, but you could scope and could tell the people what's going on, and the people could interact via the chat, so it could definitely be another approach in the future.
It's a possibility.
It's an opportunity, and however, from my side, at the moment it's not possible to put together your Periscope followers or followers into groups. So it's you always have to choose all the people one by one who you want to do a private scope for. So, but yeah, I think so. Julie, I can just tell you that what Lisa and me. Is it correct, Lisa and me or Lisa and I?
Lisa and I, if it's the subject of the sentence.
Okay, So I know that there's some rule that depend on it. So we already talked about some plans, doing together some stuff on Periscope and thinking about some business approaches. So. Julie just wrote that she did a private scope, and that was really cool. Really cool. So I also have to check it out because I didn't use the private scope opportunity so far. Maybe if I'm successful with playing for change beneficial concert, maybe there will be the opportunity to say to have one scope as a private scope that's a bit backstage or a bit close to the musicians and the artists, and some other scopes that are a bit further away from the singer, maybe. So it could be really interesting.
Well, keep me in the loop. You can.
Definitely.
I'm sure we'll be talking, between now and then anyway. So
definitely. Okay, and that's another interesting information. So there's a woman, Claire Weddington. She scopes from Paris and also does guided tours. And she also does some of her tours as private scopes and also charges some money for it. So it's of course also one of my approaches to do this here in Leipzig as well, as soon as as the number of followers is on some level that might be really interesting, or if the followers are interested in some special things, so maybe visiting the Völkerschlachtdenkmal or visiting some other stuff. And of course I think you can have this as blueprint for nearly every project, I think. So for writing, for doing whatever stuff. So. But thanks. I would say we talked about everything that we thought about beforehand, or is there anything else to add from your side?
I'm not sure. I mean, are there any other questions there in the chat, or?
Not at the moment. No? We can just ask and wait for some for 1 minute or so if there's any other question. And as well as just to talk about about God in the World, number 42.
That's Actually, I saw a really good meme about the number 42.
Okay.
But I can't remember it exactly now. Okay. It was something about it was about the word math, and please don't quote me on this exactly, but I'm being recorded live, so that's. Okay, anyway. But it was something about how, somebody asked their math teacher why they should do math, and the math teacher said, it's because math is the meaning of everything. And then the math teacher said, if you take the corresponding numbers of the letters M-A-T-H and add them up, then it totals 42.
42. Okay.
I think. So, but this is I'm trying to remember this from some time ago. So maybe it's not exactly correct.
Definitely. So, Julie, just 2 questions here. One is, how much do you charge for the sessions, for the online sessions, or for the courses, and what is the duration? of a session. So I think it's given on the website.
It's all on the website there.
But
under
maybe
the
you can just
special.
give a rough number.
Yeah, so if you go into the Writer's Corner and click onto the Ink Slinger special, the one Start Slinging Ink, those are 4 sessions of 90 minutes each. And that's once weekly on Skype.
So altogether you have 6 hours. 6 hours of 4 and
90 times 4. Please don't ask me to do math.
6 hours.
I'm a language person. Don't ask me to do math.
You just ask to see. Maybe, I don't know if you. Where do we have this? Here's
there.
Here's this. You can share it here.
Yeah, if you go to this column here, over.
I just show you rates here.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the rates, and it's the. That's the column here. Start. Here's the.
Exactly.
Here are the dates, and you can also look it up on the page.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 hours. Yeah, 6 hours total.
Yeah. So that's that one. Now this one here is a little bit longer. These are 6 2-hour sessions for the book prop workshop.
So, the book prop. So it's 175 euros, and for 6 times 2 hours, so for 12 hours altogether.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's clear that it's a bit it costs a bit more, of course.
Yeah.
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 You're welcome, Julie. And another question, maybe just as the last question, that Julie is interested. Why did you relocate to Leipzig or to Germany?
Oh gosh, that's a long story. I'm not sure where to begin. So I came to Germany actually back in the 90s when I was a teenie, and that was during my school days, and I was an exchange student to Germany in the Stuttgart area, and I did an exchange year at a gymnasium. And then I was back in the States to finish high school, and then I came back to Germany after I finished high school because I wanted to attend university in Germany. And I started studying here in Leipzig actually in the year 2000. And I thought I was going to study Germanistic and like German literature or whatever, and I thought I was going to do that in Goethe's former romping ground and
Schiller's area, Schiller's and Goethe's
yes,
areas.
Exactly, and like hang out in the Auerbachskeller and be inspired by Goethe and all that stuff. And I got started with it, and I kind of realized like, this isn't. It's not really my cup of tea. And at the same time, I was doing a course in Danish, and I realized that I was having a lot of fun doing Danish, and so I decided to change. And so I went to Denmark to do my bachelor's degree and to learn how to speak Danish. And that was really cool and really great fun. And so I was living up in the north of Germany, and I was able to hit the beach every day after class or after work. And and then after that I was living in Munich and teaching English in Munich for a while. And from Munich I moved to Dublin, Ireland, and that's where I did my master's degree. And I lived in Dublin for a number of years, and then I decided, it's time to come back to Germany. So, so here I am.
So and hopefully for a longer time here.
And knock on wood.
So in Ireland, in Dublin, I think Cork, Paul, I don't know his name exactly. So the guy who's reading out of his stories and poems.
Oh yes, that's right. You told me about him.
I told you about. I just know his short name Cork, but the full name is I don't know, and I also don't remember the handle right now. So, but it might be interesting for him to know about this. So I probably will share the link of your page and also mention him. So maybe you met someone. in Dublin.
Yeah,
Who knows?
maybe I
Who
already know him
knows?
because Ireland is really small.
The global world is just a global village.
Yeah,
So-
that is very true.
and,
That is very
and,
true.
And as I told you, he knows about the music history, music tradition of Leipzig, so about Richard Wagner, Robert Schumann, and all the guys that worked here in Leipzig. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we can finish on this place. So
Yeah, sounds great.
Was a great time. So
Yeah, well, thanks so much for having me. This was really exciting to be on Periscope for the first time ever.
That's really cool. So I definitely think that we should repeat this regarding this topic, but also regarding other topics.
Some other topics would be cool too.
Maybe looking over your shoulder when you do one session, for example. It might be interesting. So just to catch a process, so people can just have a look into it and
see what we do,
see
and how we work.
what you are doing, how you are working, and
absolutely.
think about maybe it could be something interesting for me as well. So maybe we will do this, and I think we will just finish. Going back to your page, so I can show you. I can show just the starting site, the homepage here. So so. Thanks a lot, Julie, for your interest, and of course, thanks to all other people who might have been watching this and just saying nothing right now, but maybe there are also some people who are interested in the things that Lisa does.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much for tuning in.
We're saying
great meeting people.
Yeah, so
get in touch.
We say goodbye for this evening here, evening in Leipzig in Germany, but of course in some other regions it's some other times. And I personally will be back on some other hotspots. Here on the Passagenfest. So for example in the Metler Passage they're showing some nice cars.
Yeah, there's a lot of really great live music happening in town.
Live music, theater and arts and
That's
cultures.
right,
So I will share this on Periscope as well. So after this business entertaining stuff, some entertaining stuff, and maybe I will meet Luisa Novak, TV moderator, who also does some things together with me related to Periscope. So we will see you.
Great, wonderful.
Thank you. I shall say thank you from Julie to you, Lisa. So
thank
she
you.
Definitely,
Thank
she
you.
really enjoyed this, and
wonderful.
maybe
I'm glad.
you will meet again in one of your courses.
Hopefully.
Or in some other perspectives.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. Well, thank you so much for having me, Göran. It was really wonderful.
You're welcome. So I say
I appreciate it.
It's the best to find people who are interested in doing this stuff and just trying out yourself and attempting some stuff. So it's really cool. Thanks, Lisa, as well.
Yeah.